Every day, thousands of men and women work at night. They ensure that many essential services are provided to the community around the clock. One of the issues of night shifts is that it might have a negative impact on those who work them. As your day comes to a close, theirs is just beginning. Let's take a look into the nocturnal life of night shift workers.
My name's Penny and I have been doing night fill for 10 years and 5 months. I was supposed to start 5 months ago, so.
My name's Andrew and I've been doing night fill for 15 years. I started off as a normal night filler, then became night fill manager. I left and went and did a day job for a year, and now I've come back and doing night fill again. I've been married for just over a year, or maybe a year and a half. I have a daughter, Aubrey, who is almost 4 months old now.
So my family consists of a husband, his name is Chris. We've been together now for 25 and a half years. Kyra, she is now 24. We have a son called Douglas. He's 22 tomorrow. He also works for the same company I do, but in a different field. So then I've got a baby, her name's Tyne, and she's 19. But yeah, we were kind of a happy, weird little family unit.
A normal day for me is having a bit of a sleep after work, then getting up, spending time with Narelle and Aubrey, and then doing some housework. If I'm tired, I might have another sleep. Otherwise, I just veg out on the couch and watch TV until I have to go back to work.
Basically, I work all stock that comes in to a supermarket. I'll go out the back and I'll either be taking each box off a pallet, putting it onto a six-wheeler, then we go in and we unpack the box, put it in the shelf. If it doesn't fit, we don't. Clean up, more blood, sweat and tears, and then we do what's called presentation and make it look pretty so customers can actually see what's there.
Working nights makes it a bit easier on Narelle, as because I am home, if I am asleep, she can wake me up and I can help out. Whereas when I was working days, I needed to sleep during the night, so she was doing all the night shift by herself. And then I was gone pretty much all day, so she was doing the day shift as well by herself. Working nights, I'm home during the day to help out, even though I might be asleep. You know, it's easier to wake me up than to try and get me to come home from work. Because in my last work, I was anywhere from Sunbury down to Williamstown.
Now that the kids are older, I feel I miss out on more. They're doing things, I mean, half the time they're not even home, but it's me not being home when mums should be. I remember when the kids were in primary school, they had movie night at school, and I went and I put my head in Kyra's lap and I fell asleep. So that's what I don't like about Nightfield, is that it takes me a while to get over nights, to become a day person and do the things that normal people do.
Your social life becomes hanging out with other night fillers after work in the morning. So instead of having beers and a barbecue at 6, 7 o'clock at night, we'd be doing it at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people that don't understand working nights think it's strange, but to us it just becomes normal. It takes a while to get your body into a routine of wanting to sleep during the day. Once you get into that routine and you get used to competing with all the noises that are going on outside, it gets a little bit better, but for the most part, I'd sleep 4 hours straight, and then after that, you'd doze in and out of sleep sort of every hour.
Sleeping is not something I do a lot of, at all. Other than knocking myself out with a fry pan, I have no tricks.
Because there's no customers there, we have a bit more freedom than what they'd have during the day, so we can have a bit of fun, but working our asses off and getting the job done at the same time. Language can get a bit colourful at times, but everybody has a good sense of humour and we all get along really well.
I mostly enjoy the people, really. They're just great to be around. We have a lot of fun sometimes we don't. And I can pretty much do what I want.
What do you call a 3-punch Campbell?
I do what I want. I do what I want.
My name is John Lescue, and I'm a sleep scientist in the Department of Ecology, Environment and Evolution in the School of Life Sciences. So my main research interests lie in studying sleep in non-human animals. Most sleep research focuses on humans because people are typically interested in coming up with cures for human sleep disorders. However, that's a bit limiting. You're focused on one species, whereas I try to focus on a lot of different animal types to provide insight into the function of sleep and the evolution of those functions, whether some sleep functions are new, evolutionarily new processes, or some reflect older sleep functions that might represent a core function of sleep. There's the jellyfish. He's still alive. Huh. So sleep is defined as a profound behavioral shutdown that's accompanied by a reduction in the responsiveness or reduction in the awareness of the local environment, but that it's homeostatically regulated. If you lose sleep, you do more of it and you do it more deeply. Some people say that humans, modern humans, because of technological developments, because of night lighting, we're a chronically sleep-deprived society and we need to sleep more. Other people say that is rubbish and we sleep just fine and in comparable amounts to pre-industrial ancestors. Birds are a particularly interesting group of animals on which to study sleep because when you or I go to sleep, we have two basic types of sleep. We cycle through non-rapid eye movement sleep and rapid eye movement sleep, where most vivid dream reports occur. But we're not alone. There is one group of animals that share these same basic kinds of sleep, and that is birds. And this is rather surprising because mammals and birds haven't shared a common ancestor for more than 300 million years. And yet we have seemingly independently evolved remarkable patterns of sleep. And so one of my interests is, well, what is it about a mammal and a bird that requires the same kind of brain activity during sleep? So again, there's a lot of diversity in the animal kingdom about how animals achieve their sleep.
I can come to you with anything and I can just complain. I mean, we've got the night off, yet we're still going to be up all night. Our body clocks are stuffed.
Honestly though, do you prefer the drinks at 10 AM or the drinks at 10 PM? Because there are pizzazz to it.
You just say pizzazz.
It expresses my emotions.
Yeah, nice.
There's this one guy, never met him. I'll add 4 boxes on and then he adds a fucking another 3. But it's okay. He doesn't work in night shifts though, so it's all bloody right.
Yeah, you're a bit quiet over there. Haven't got anything to complain about?
Nah, not really.
Nah. Wait. I see what it is. Tell us about that girl you've been crushing on.
Mate, you don't even want to know about it.
Yeah, we do. Spill the beans, go on.
Go on.
Right, so last night the boys worked me up and I mustered up the courage to go talk to her. I went to the checkout and as soon as I stood in front of her, I knocked over a bunch of candy bars and shit. Man, like, gave me the worst look. She literally had just finished cleaning up that area and I just gave her so much more work. So I naturally came up with something to cover my ass, say something smooth, but I started stuttering. So I just said some stupid excuse and got my ass out of there.
Jesus.
Working hard to pay the mortgage, got the hubby tucked up in bed. Gotta work all night and sleep all day, don't know what I'd do instead. Me and the boys are having a smoker, trying to kick them working blues. Got the S-key out and a high-vis on now, gotta find my steel cap shoes. Gotta work the night shift, drive the forklifts to restock them shelves, coffee's on drip, have a smoke or two. Gotta work the night shift, I'm not about that 9 to 5 life. I gotta be quiet when I'm home, or the kids will kick up the strife. Working hard to pay the mortgage, how I wish I was still asleep. Gotta work all night and sleep all day, no high heels on my feet. I'm a woman who's on a mission, no pay wage gap for me. Got the children at home studying, gotta do what's best for me. Gotta work the night shift, drive the forklifts to restock them shelves, coffee's on drip, have a smoke or two. Gotta work the night shift, I'm not about the 9 to 5 life. I gotta be quiet when I get home, or the kids will kick up the strife.